Hi, Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom to you.
How are you?
Okay, it's one of those nights that I needed some place to be, so I thought that this would be a good place.
I like it. I'm glad you're both here. Yay. I wasn't up for coming out, and I know I'm not coming in the snow tomorrow, so
Okay.
just I gotta shovel that driveway.
I don't have to shovel driveways.
Yay. And I can ask my next door neighbor, but I try and save it for when it's enough snow that I really need the help. So I have a whole day to get it ready. I work every Sunday and I work at home, so people have to be able to get in our driveway. So,
I think they're going to begin the service very soon.
yay.
I don't know whether they can see us or not.
They can. They
Oh,
can see us and probably hear us.
oh, okay. I will I will go on mute as far as soon as they start. Ah, Sharon.
And
A
hi,
lot of people are
Harlan.
here
Hi,
tonight, so
Sharon.
come tomorrow. Yeah. The talk. Yeah. One. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome. We have a good number here tonight. Grateful that we have some representatives from Meals on Wheels. Will share a little bit about the project and give us a little bit of insight on how we as Shalom can help and be a part of that project. So Dan McGreen will talk later on during our service. But for now, we'll begin our service with Shalom Aleichem. Turn to page 5, the third entry, Shalom Aleichem, as we welcome in the angels of Shabbat. Page 5. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharim, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei halachim hakadosh baruch hu. Bochem shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi malachei halachim hakadosh baruch hu. Baruch hu Shalom Malachei shalom, malachei elyon. Melech malachei hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Zeh Hashem, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Malachei hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Turn to Lechun Rana now, which we open on page 11, then continue individually, and we'll resume at the carrot on page 12.
Lechun Rana l'Adonai, nari alitzor yishenu, nekad ma'afonot b'todah, bizmiro nari alo, nekad ma'afonot b'todah, bizmiro nari alo, ki el gadol Adonai, Umelech gadol al kol Elohim, asher b'kirvei haaretz, v'to'afot harim lo, asher b'kirvei haaretz, v'to'afot harim lo. Arba'im shana kud b'tor v'almaran t'rei l'avim, v'hem lo yad'u d'rachai asher nishbati v'hapi, im yivon al menukati.
Turn to Shir Adonai, which begins on page 13, and we'll resume at the carrot on page 14.
Shir Adonai, Shir Adonai, Shir Adonai. Yismechu hashamayim,
Hashamayim,
Yismechu hashamayim,
Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Betagel haaretz.
Yismechu hashamayim,
Hashamayim,
Yismechu hashamayim,
Hashamayim,
Yismechu
Yismechu
hashamayim,
Betagel haaretz. Yehiram hayam, Yehiram hayam, Yehiram hayam, Yehiram hayam, Yehiram hayam, Yehiram hayam,
Yismechu hashamayim,
Hashamayim,
Yismechu hashamayim,
Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Betagel haaretz.
Shemosodai v'chol asher bo, Asheronenu kol hatzeyar, Lifnei Adonai kiva, kiva lishbot haaretz, Yishbot tevel b'tzedek, ve'amim be'emunato.
Turn forward to page 21 as we rise for Mizmor LeDavid.
Mizmor leDavid,
Havu Adonai v'ne'im, Havu Adonai kavod va'oz, Havu Adonai yevod shemo, Yishtachavu Adonai be'adrat kodesh, Kol Adonai ha'olamim, El hakavod yirim, Adonai Mahim Rabim, Kol Adonai Ba'hakodesh. Shaver Adonai et Arzei Halvanon. Vayarkidem kemo egel Levanon vesirion kemo vein re'emim. Kol Adonai Hotzev Lavotesh. Kol Adonai Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadesh. Kol Adonai Yachol Elayalot. Vayechesot Yeharot. Ovechalo Kulo Merkavod. Kulo Merkavod. Adonai Lamavu Yashav. Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam. Adonai Oz Le'amo Yitem. Adonai Yevarech et Amo Vaychavo. Be seated as we turn to Lecha Dodi. We'll do the opening 3 stanzas for on page 23 and then jump to the closing 2 on page 25. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad. Yishmi'anu Adonai echad. U'shmo echad. L'shem u'tiferet v'litehila. Lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha. Ki mekor ha'achara. Merash mikedem nesucha. Sof ma'aseh v'machshava tefila. Lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech ir melucha. U'mitzeim mitof afecha. Rav lach shevet mi'emek habacha. Ve'hu yachmol alayichem la. Lecha dodi. Page 25. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Yaminu smol tifroti. Ve'et Adonai ta'aritzin. Al yadish ve'en martzi. Ve'nismecha ve'nagila. Lecha dodi likrat kala. We'll rise and we'll turn to the entrance. Lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Ohi v'shalom ateret bala. Gam v'simcha u'b'tzora. Toch emunei am segula. Boi chala. Lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Be seated as we turn to the Psalm for Shabbat. We'll open on page 27, continue individually on to page 28, where we'll resume at the carrot together. Yom HaShabbat,
Adikata Marivra Keres Balanon Yizya Shetuli Beveit Adonai Bechazrot Eloheinu Yavrichu Od Yerumun Beserva Deshenim Veranaim Lehargid Yashar Adonai Tzuri Velo Avlatavot. Conclude the Kabbalat Shabbat, the opening portion of our service. Return to page 30 for a moment of remembrance for the Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish. I invite all who are in mourning or observing a yahrzeit, or any for whom it's your custom to do so, to rise as we turn to the Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish, on page 30. Kadal Beit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Ve'alma divra chirute ve'amlich malchute ve'chaye chon uvyome chon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari ve'imru amen. Yehe shmei rabba mebarach le'olam ulmei almaya. Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitromam ve'yitnaseh. V'yetadar, v'yetaleh, v'yetalal, Shemei Zekudasha Berechu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechamata, Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Invite us all to please rise as we turn to the Baruch Hu, page 39a, the formal call to the Ma'ariv service. Baruch Adonai HaMorach le'olam va'ed. Be seated as you continue individually at the bottom paragraph of 39a or the. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu. Baby Lila, Montio Ben Yamu Ben Lila, Adonai Tzvaot Shemo, El Chai V'Kayam, Tamidi Muchalenu Leolam Ba'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai, Amari V'Aravi.
Amen. Turn to page 40 for Ahavat Olam. Prepares us for the Shema on 41 and the following paragraphs on 41 and 42. So we'll do Ahavat Olam through on page 40 through the Shema and its paragraphs on 41 and 42.
Ahavat Olam
Beit
Beit
Yisrael
Yisrael,
Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta al kein Adonai Eloheinu shochmeinu u'lechumeinu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach livrei Toratecha ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו, באורך ימינו. ובהם נגד יומם בלילה, יומם בלילה. ועבדך אל תסיר ממנו,
Le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Amo Yisrael. 41. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננת על לבניך ודיברת בם ושבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להוט על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. You individually on 43A or B, and we'll resume together on page 44.
ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל הכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם
מי כמוך אלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף אבן
מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע לפני משה זה עניינו ואמרו
אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאל מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Amen. Turn to page 45 for Hashkivenu. We pray for a shelter of peace in all this world. Page 45.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu shalom
V'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us with wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu shalom. V'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu shalom. V'hamidenu
ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Rise, return to Vishamru on page 46, the verses that bring us Shabbat, page 46.
ושמרו
בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ישראל הותיר לעולם יששת ימים עשרת את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
אמן.
יעמד יברכי וימליך מלכותי.
בחיינו יומכם ובחיי כל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב. אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעם ולמלמיה יתברך.
ברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשא
בריחו
לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה
תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא. Amen. Individual Shabbat Amidah can be found beginning on page 47 and runs through page 52. It's time of reflection. You can use the Hebrew or the English and the words of your own hearts. So we take a moment for our own Amidah, page 47 through 52. Still davening, still praying your individual Shabbat evening Amidah, please continue to do so. Otherwise, I'll rise again as we turn to page 53 for the Me'ein Sheva repetition of the themes in our Amidah, page 53.
ויכולו השמיים והארץ וכל טבעם, ויכל אלוהים בהם השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויפרך אלוהים את יום השביעי, ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי, ויריש ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon kol hashamayim haaretz, Magen Avod bidvaro, v'chayim beitim v'mamaro, Ha'el HaKadosh she'ein kamo, Ha'meniach le'amo b'yom Shabbat kosho, Ki b'am le'moniach lahem, Ki b'am ratzah le'moniach lahem, לפניו נעבוד ביראה והפחד, ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד, מהון הברכות. אל ההודעות, אדון השלום, מקדש השבת וברך שביעי, ומניח בקדושה, לעמדו שני עונג, זכר למעשה בראשית. Page 54. Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu, Retzei v'mnuchateinu, Kadesheinu b'mitzvotecha, v'tzein chalkeinu b'toratecha, Saveinu mituvecha, v'samcheinu b'yeshuatecha, Le'tahir libeinu le'yodecha yemen, yanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu, V'yahaval ratzon Shabbat kodshecha, v'yanuchu v'Yisrael mikadeshei shemecha, Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Continue with the Kaddish Shalem on page 54. You can remain standing or be seated according to your custom. Yikara v'yikara shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Yivrachu tevim lichmachotei b'chayei cholavim v'chanu chayro b'chol beit Yisrael v'agalav yislan karivim ramei.
Amen. Yesh me'Rabba mevarach le'olam me'amaya yitbarach.
Barach Shabbat Mikvar Mishmor Minase, Vita Ravita Levita Lashmin Kusha.
Grateful.
Lamin Kobe Chata Vishirata, Tishbachata Venechamata, Lamin Biam Havim Rabim.
Amen.
Gabat Kotarabal Tohon Yisrael, Kodam Vahondi Mishmaya Vim Rabim.
Amen.
Yehish Lamarabal Mishmaya, Vachayim Alim Yisrael Vim Rabim.
Amen.
Ose Shalom Vim Ramavu, Yase Shalom Alim Yisrael Vim Rabim.
Amen. Be seated. So this evening, I was approached several months ago by Dan McGrain, who works with the Meals on Wheels of Central Maryland, who asked if we could partner at Beth Shalom. And he approached me and Abby Glassberg, chair of our social action committee for our board. And so we wanted to give him an opportunity to come and speak and share a little bit about what to do. And I think it worked. It wasn't intentional, but we picked exactly the right Torah portion to have you come, because this week's Torah portion of Terumah is the Torah portion in which the people of Israel start to build the Mishkan. They start to build a holy space to be a community together and to be together and to support one another. And they give in excess. This is a problem that every development director and every fundraising chair of every synagogue wishes was continued to be a problem, but they give tzedakah in excess. And so I think it's a perfect time as we think about ways that we can give our time and our energies and our souls, which is something that we often feel like we don't have enough of, time and energy, especially these days. May we be inspired to also give in excess. I'd like to invite up Dan and else who's going to come speak. Daniel, speak a little bit here, and I'm available in the ONEG for anyone who wants to ask few questions and do more, hear more, right?
Thank you, Rabbi, and thank you, Abby. And while I don't think she's here, thank you, Jessica. So, good evening, Beth Shalom. My name's Dan McCrane. Many of you may know me better as the father of Rachel McCrane, one of our outstanding shofar blowers at High Holidays. I'm joined this evening by my colleagues Julie Hirschman, formerly Julie Hollander, our Vice President of Volunteer Support Services, and Carol Wright of Harford County, a fellow board member and chair of our Volunteer Advisory Council, and a member of Harford Chabad. So welcome, Carol, and thanks, Julie, for supporting me in this endeavor. So just as a quick overview, Meals on Wheels of Central Maryland is one of the largest Meals on Wheels affiliates in the United States. There's over 5,000 of them, but this local one that we have based in Baltimore is really big. In fact, we are active in Howard County, Baltimore City, and 6 other surrounding counties. So we really cover a big geography and we touch a lot of lives. Each day we serve about 5,000 meals to about 2,500 clients who are homebound, disabled, or a lot of times lower income, elderly folks who have trouble making their own meals. We try and keep them in their homes for as long as possible, live independently and with extra dignity. And so when you can't always cook for yourself or your circumstances are limited, Meals on Wheels is there to help and bring a meal to you and provide companionship and other services. So we do a lot more than just provide the meal. We have one big central kitchen in East Baltimore, and we have a couple of specialty kitchens through affiliates. We have a kosher kitchen in Pikesville, and we also have a kitchen here in Howard County that prepares Korean meals, where we serve those particular populations as well as our general population. We do this work with about 3,000 volunteers, which is a big number, but it takes a lot of people to pull this off. We also have about 100 paid staff to make everything happen. The meals go from the kitchen to about 20 distribution centers around the area, and locally our distribution centers in the Bain Center in Harper's Choice, where there's a lively senior community. And from that location, volunteers congregate, they pick up their meals, and they go out to deliver them to the homes in Howard County where they're needed. We provide a lot of other services too. A lot of our clients depend on their pets for companionship and emotional support. So while they can't always afford pet food, we arrange to provide that for them. We provide companion services over the telephone. So some of the volunteers have a sort of a phone buddy that they touch base and make sure they're okay and give them a little social outlet. A lot of the folks are isolated in their homes a little bit. And so we can try and touch them personally through the contact of the daily delivery as meals and through other means. So it's a big operation. We've been here in Baltimore since 1960. We had just a handful of people cooking home meals in their own kitchens and delivering to just a handful of clients. But it has grown and grown and ballooned during the pandemic. So the need has never slowed down. And so we're just trying to find a way to expand each year. And of course, one of the cornerstones is having volunteers to help deliver the meals. It's done around lunchtime. Most of the folks show up about 10:30, pick up their meals, spend an hour and a half delivering. Other folks go to our kitchen and help pack meals. We do a lot with teenagers and families, so it's a very family-friendly environment. We also support other compatible groups like the Kennedy Krieger Institute. For those who are not familiar with it, that's a Hopkins affiliated institution that helps educate and support those with learning disabilities. So we have the Kennedy Krieger kids come and help pack meals, they help deliver meals, and some of them even get hired for full-time employment. So it's a wide-ranging set of circumstances and people that we help and touch. So I'm here today just to let you know about it. As a member of Beth Shalom, I wanted to just shine a light on this activity. If you have any interest, Julie and Carol and I will be in the ONEG. You can chat with us. If you're just curious, maybe you're not quite sure what it's about, there's a business card and you can contact Julie and she could arrange like a ride along. You could, come with me one day when I make my rounds. I really enjoy this work. I go every Wednesday. I have a particular route. I see the same people every time. It's about 10 houses I visit. You kind of develop relationships with some of the people who are interested in chatting and getting to know you. Miss Charlene was one of my clients. I delivered to her for about 3 years. We developed a relationship. She lived in a housing authority townhome. She lived there since 1967 when she was single and had 3 children. 2 of her children were developmentally disabled, so she really had a big burden. And in her older years, when the children had grown up and she lived there by herself, she really needed some help. And so Meals on Wheels was there to provide her nourishment needs, but also to provide her a little social companionship, which was really critical. She was a lovely soul. We have these wide-ranging menus, but not every client loves every piece of food that we produce. So she didn't really like our mixed fruit cocktail cups, but she would save them up and put them in her freezer. And when she had enough, she would thaw them out and she would bake a fruit pie, which she took to one of her son's art homes to share with his friends. So you really get into people's lives and get to know them, and it's very rewarding. So I would just say that in the spirit of Tikkun Olam, also personal development and the camaraderie, which we develop with each other as well as our clients. Come check it out, chat with us, maybe do a little exploration into something that might be a new area for you. It's very rewarding. We're very thankful to have the opportunity to share this information with you. So thank you all.
Dan, for helping us to find the ways to be in partnership around the community. Got the wrong okay. And adding for those online that the kosher program is active here in Howard County so that we can ensure that all of our community is touched and brought into the holy space as our Torah portion starts to build one central holy space, and may we be able to partner with one another to make our entire world a holy space. Again, if you're here in person and want a little more information, you can chat with Dan and with Carol and Julie in the ONEG. And if you're online and want more information, I think some information will be left here at Beth Shalom that we can link to you later on. For now, we'll continue our service. We're close to the end, not quite concluding yet. We'll continue our service as we rise and turn back to page 55 for our Shabbat evening Kiddush.
Sabri Chaverai.
Time.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafel.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron le'maaseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila mikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim.
Ivanu Arta, Veotanu Kindasha, Nikol Veshah Sheba, Ve'avam Ratzon, Infaltanu,
Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Remain standing for Aleinu, page 56 onto page 57. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, atenu l'yotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, Megor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, shehu notei shamayim ve'yoser haaretz, u'moshe v'yikaru b'shamayim yimal, Ushchinatu zo, Begofei meromim, Hu Eloheinu einod, Emet Malkeinu efesul hatom, Hakotu v'torato, Ve'adatayom behashevota, elevavecha, Ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, ha'shamayim imal, ve'al haaretz, b'tachat, einod. V'nehemar v'haya Adonai l'melech ha'kol ha'aretz, v'yom ha'u, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. Be seated. We turn to the Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish. We ask that God grant that the memories of those who've gone before us be a source of strength for us. May they be a source of blessing for everyone in the house of Israel. This week, as a congregation, remember the yard sites of Lewis Golden, Edwin Klein, Nancy Goldman, Leonard Meyerson, Mark Stern, Pearl Tyler, Joseph Wasserman, Leonard Albert, Norman Grossman, Rose Lee Birnbaum Jaffe, Meyer Koritsky, Lucielle Silverman, Marvin Jerry Steinberg, Sarah Bell Weinstein, Abe Krisoff, Adeline Grossman, Sandy Crowstar. I invite all who are in mourning or all who are observing yard sites, anyone for whom it's your custom to do so, to rise. We turn to the Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Ve'alma divra chirute ve'amlich malchute. V'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehe shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'omei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Ose shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. May the one who creates peace in the heavens grant peace to us, to all Israel, and to all whom be seated. My pleasure this evening to call on Eric Gorney, the immediate past president of our congregation, to share some announcements with us. Want to come up here or down there?
Evening and Shabbat Shalom.
Gotcha.
My pleasure to see everyone here in the shul and online. Welcome and thank you to our partners representing Meals on Wheels. You're doing incredibly important work in the community. And Dan, your daughter is amazing with the shofar. We love her. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 9:30 as we continue the services. And then following Kiddush, join Rabbi Greenspan for Torah study on the Parsha Teruma. After we conclude the services here, I invite all of you for our Oneg sponsored by Beth Shalom, the adjacent room. There's no Hebrew school this Sunday. And then next Saturday on February 24th, we'll have the Havdalah performed by our 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders of the religious school beginning at 7 p.m. Also on February 24th, we invite you to the a cappella workshop and concert by the Jewish a cappella group of University of Maryland. This program is free. Please join and sing along and enjoy the a cappella music. On Friday, March 1st is Shabbat across America, which starts with dinner. And then the evening features special guest Stav Gotas Kneid, Jewish Federation of Howard County's Shlicha. She will speak on how Israelis are dealing with the war in the Middle East. There's a lot of programs available at Beth Shalom. Please check our website, and also there's a lot of information in the office. With winter coming up, our representative, Abby, will be organizing the cold weather shelter. And Beth Shalom volunteers will be needed during the period of March 11th to March 25th. Great undertaking. Abby's been doing that for many years now, successfully helping a lot of people in the community as well. She can answer any questions you have, and there's a lot of information again available through email and on the website. Thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. And they know it's we said winter is, on its way for a cold weather shelter, but also if you've been watching your weather app, winter, it's on its way in the next few hours, probably. So I do want to note for tomorrow's service, for me, it's important to be able to offer an in-person Shabbat morning service. So I will be here. I understand if you don't feel, this is to everyone in Cantor Apt included, if it's not feeling safe on the roads for you. I had 3 years of winter in Indianapolis rather than Maryland. So if it's not feeling safe for you to get here, I do understand, but it's important to me to be able to try to at least offer a minyan in place so that we can still have a full Torah reading tomorrow. So if you are feeling safe and comfortable and able to come tomorrow, help make a Torah service, help make a minyan so we can have our full Torah service. But if you're not, please do stay warm and stay safe. And I understand. So that's my note for tomorrow. And I know Cantor Apt coordinated the Kol Sasson concert for next weekend, but I'm very excited about it. If you've poked around on their website at all, you notice they do modern music, they do some classic Israeli Hebrew music, they do some prayer music. It should be a really a lot of great fun. So I hope that we have a good turnout next Saturday after the snow has melted.
Yes.
For Havdalah next week.
Yes, also, in addition to teaching the trope class this spring, I'm also offering individual coaching sessions for high holiday trope because we are in need of some high holiday leaders for this year. Even if you don't know regular Torah trope, you can still read Torah for the high holidays because it's different. They're two different sets of trope, and we just need to, be able to read Hebrew. And yes, so that's.
I think Adult Ed will be putting out
Yes,
their
and
the
the
spring
Ali-
course offering soon.
Yes, the aliyot are on the short side, so you're not gonna get like, you don't have to worry about like 10, 20 verses. They're like, 5, 6, or 7 verses, or or less. So yes, they're definitely approachable if it's something that you've never done before. So and we'll
Seeing nods from a couple for high.
yeah.
Great. So, and more of our spring adult ed offerings will be announced soon. But Rabbi Grossman and I will both be teaching in April and in May. Well, I'll be teaching in April. She'll be teaching in May. Cantor Apt will be teaching trope in both of those months. Lots to look forward to. For now, we'll conclude this evening's service so people can have the opportunity to chat. So we'll conclude the service with Yigdal on page 62.
Yigdal Elohim Chai
Ve'yishabach nimsa v'yinet Tametziuto echad bin yachid Ye'ichudo Ne'elam v'gam in sof le'achduto In lo zmutak l'guf ve'yeino guf Lo naroch elav yedushato Kadmol l'chol davar asher nivra Rishon in Rishit Mereshit Tohino Adon Olam Vechol Nozar Yorek Zulato Umalchuto Shefan Nevuato Nesano El Anshe Segulato Vetifarto Lokam Israel Kemoshe Hod Navi Umabit Et Munato Torah and Natan ve'Amoel Al Yad Nevion Eman Beito Lo Yachal Yifael Ve'lo Yamir Dato Le'olamim Lezulato Tzofeh V'Yodea Setarenu Mabit L'Sof Zavar Mekan Marto Gomel Ish Chesed Kemi Follow Noten Rashara Kerishato Yishlach Yamim Meshichenu Livdon Chakekes Yeshuato Mitim Yechael Baruch Aso Baruch Adeha Shem Tehilato Mitim Yechael Baruch Aso Baruch Adeha Shem Tehilato. Shabbat Shalom. Good to see everyone in the room and on the Zoom. And again, in the Oneg, you can have a chance to chat a little bit more with our representatives from Meals on Wheels. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.